We all grew up thinking bread was the safest comfort food. But what if the toast on your breakfast plate was quietly sabotaging your heart and memory? If you're over 60, this isn't just possible, it may be happening. Some of those old favorites could be quietly harming your health. According to one shocking research published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2024, eating the wrong bread every single day can raise your risk of diabetes, stroke, and even memory decline by as much as 60%. And here's the part almost no one talks about. Most people over 60 are still buying and eating the exact breads that do the most harm. They are loaded with hidden sugars, refined grains, and chemicals, and we still buy them thinking they're making a safe choice. But there's good news too. New studies show that the right breads can actually help stabilize blood sugar, protect your heart and memory, and even boost your energy. So today, I'm going to walk you through the truth. The 4 breads you should never eat after 60, followed by the 4 breads you should enjoy every single day to stay sharp, strong, and independent. Let's get started with the 4 worst foods for seniors, starting with number 4. Worst bread number 4, white bread. At first glance, white bread might seem harmless, even comforting. It's soft, fluffy, easy to eat, and one of the cheapest breads on the shelf. But here's the hidden danger. White bread is stripped of nearly all its natural fiber during processing. That might not sound like a big deal, but without fiber, the carbs turn into sugar in your bloodstream almost instantly. Those rapid sugar spikes lead to fatigue, belly fat, and over time, a much higher risk of diabetes. And here's the part most people don't realize. Repeated sugar spikes don't just affect your waistline, they quietly accelerate memory decline. For seniors whose brains are already more vulnerable with age, eating white bread regularly can make forgetfulness, brain fog, and cognitive decline worse. But that's not all. White bread is often made with refined flours and additives that create inflammation in the body. For seniors dealing with arthritis, heart concerns, or other chronic conditions, this inflammation is like pouring gasoline on a fire. And the kicker? White bread is nutritionally poor. It provides almost no protein, fiber, vitamins, or minerals, essentially empty calories that do little to support your body's needs as you age. So while that soft slice might feel nostalgic or convenient, the hidden costs to your energy, memory, and overall health could be enormous. If white bread is on your menu, it's time to consider safer, fiber-rich alternatives that actually help you stay strong, sharp, and independent. Worst bread number 3, sweetened breads. Sweet breads are hard to resist. The golden crust, soft texture, and sweet aroma make them feel like a treat or even a special breakfast. But for anyone over 60, these breads hide a silent danger. And do you know the problem? Hidden sugars. Brioche, raisin bread, cinnamon swirl. They all pack a shocking amount of sugar, often more than a candy bar in just 2 slices. Those sugars spike your blood glucose, fueling inflammation throughout your body. Why does that matter? Chronic inflammation quietly damages your arteries, increases your risk of heart disease, and accelerates brain aging. That means memory problems, slower thinking, and even mood swings can be linked directly to these sugary breads. Even worse, sweetened breads are often marketed as artisan or healthy, with fancy labels and fun flavors. But under the surface, they're just refined flour loaded with sugar, empty calories, and very little nutritional benefit. So while that cinnamon swirl looks indulgent and harmless, it can quietly chip away at your heart, joints, and brain. For seniors, what feels like a treat today could translate into higher risks of diabetes, stroke, and cognitive decline tomorrow. So the takeaway is, save sweet breads for very occasional indulgences and never make them a weekly habit if you want to protect your long-term health. Worst bread number 2, fake multigrain bread. Multigrain bread sounds healthy, doesn't it? Brown, nutty, maybe even packed with seeds. Many seniors see it on the shelf and think it's a safe choice. But here's the catch. Most of it is a marketing trick. That beautiful brown color? Often just caramel coloring. Those seeds sprinkled on top? Decorative, not meaningful. Underneath it all, it's mostly white flour, just like regular white bread. And that means all the hidden dangers of white bread are still there. Rapid sugar spikes, inflammation, and memory risks. Seniors often choose it thinking they're making a smart, healthy choice, but their body is still getting the same empty calories and refined carbs. It's sneaky. You feel like you're eating healthy, but the bread is quietly working against you. Every slice might look harmless, but week after week, it can silently raise your risk of diabetes, heart problems, and even memory decline. Worst bread number 1, industrial packaged sandwich bread. This one hides in plain sight. It's the everyday sandwich bread stacked high in every grocery store. The one with the bright packaging and long shelf life. It looks convenient and harmless, but for anyone over 60, it can quietly cause more harm than you realize. The long shelf life isn't an accident. These breads are packed with preservatives, emulsifiers, and even hidden trans fats to keep them soft for weeks. Those chemicals don't just stay in the bread, they end up in your gut, where they disrupt the balance of healthy bacteria. And here's the problem. Your gut microbiome is directly linked to inflammation, mood, and memory. When it's disrupted, your body can become more inflamed, your immune system weaker, and your memory less sharp. For seniors whose bodies already process toxins and inflammation less efficiently, this is like adding fuel to a slow-burning fire. To make matters worse, these industrial breads are low in nutrients and high in refined carbs. They give you a quick burst of energy, then leave you drained, hungry, and craving more, setting off a cycle that can affect blood sugar and weight. So while that sandwich bread seems convenient and budget-friendly, the hidden costs to your health could be enormous. Choosing fresh, minimally processed options or true whole grain loaves can make a world of difference for your energy, heart, and memory. So next time you grab that multi-grain loaf, stop and read the label carefully. If the first ingredient isn't 100% whole grain, it's not truly the brain and heart-friendly bread you think it is. But don't worry. Just because some breads can harm your health doesn't mean all breads are bad. In fact, a few breads are true heroes for anyone over 60. Let's leave the hidden dangers behind and dive into the 4 best breads you should enjoy daily. Best bread number 4, whole rye bread. You might not see it on every menu, but whole rye bread quietly packs a punch for seniors over 60. This dark, hearty bread isn't just tasty. It's loaded with unique fibers that help keep you full, balance blood sugar, and support healthy digestion. Research shows that seniors who eat whole rye regularly have lower risks of stroke, diabetes, and chronic inflammation. That means it's not just feeding your stomach, it's protecting your brain, your heart, and your body from the inside out. And here's the bonus. Whole rye helps regulate cholesterol and supports gut health, which is critical for mood, memory, and overall vitality. Unlike white or processed breads, you'll feel satisfied longer without the sugar spikes or crashes. For anyone worried about aging gracefully, whole rye isn't just a bread choice. It's a small, powerful step towards staying strong, sharp, and independent. Best bread number 3, sourdough bread. Sourdough might just be the oldest trick in the book, but it's also one of the smartest breads for seniors. Its secret? Fermentation. This natural process not only gives sourdough its tangy flavor, but also lowers its glycemic index, meaning it won't spike your blood sugar like white bread does. For anyone over 60, that's a big deal. Stabilized blood sugar helps protect memory, energy, and heart health. But there's more. The friendly bacteria created during fermentation support your gut microbiome, helping digestion and improving nutrient absorption, especially calcium and iron, which are vital for strong bones. Think of sourdough as a gentle protector. It fuels your body with slow-burning energy, supports your gut, and helps reduce inflammation, all without sacrificing flavor. Pair it with a healthy topping, and you've got a meal that's both satisfying and healing. Best bread number 2, sprouted grain bread. Now here's a bread that's a real game changer. Sprouted grain bread. You've probably seen it in stores and thought, looks healthy. But there's more to it than meets the eye. Sprouting the grains actually unlocks extra nutrients. It makes the bread easier to digest, packs in more protein, and improves mineral absorption. Things seniors over 60 really need for strong bones and muscles. Think of it as giving your body a shortcut to better nutrition. And here's the cool part. Because it's rich in natural protein and slow-digesting carbs, it keeps you full for longer, balances blood sugar, and even helps fight inflammation. That means your energy stays steady, your joints feel better, and your brain gets the fuel it needs to stay sharp. Honestly, if you're serious about eating bread that actually supports aging well, sprouted grain bread deserves a permanent spot on your plate. Best bread number 1, 100% whole grain bread. Finally, the bread that truly earns its spot at the top, 100% whole grain bread. This isn't just a healthier version of white bread. Every slice is packed with fiber, which helps lower cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, and keep digestion running smoothly. For seniors over 60, that means protecting your heart, preventing sugar crashes, and even supporting memory. Fiber acts like a gentle sweep for your body, cleaning up excess sugar and toxins while keeping your arteries healthy. And here's a little secret. Whole grain bread is one of the easiest ways to add consistent, everyday nutrition without drastically changing your diet. Pair it with avocado, eggs, or your favorite protein, and you've got a meal that nourishes your body, supports your heart, and keeps your energy steady all day. Simply put, this bread fuels longevity. Swap out the breads that spike sugar or load you with chemicals, and you're feeding your body something that actually protects it. Practical tips: how to choose the best bread. Alright, now that you know which breads are heroes and which may be harming you, let's talk about shopping smart. Picking the right bread can feel tricky with all those labels, but it doesn't have to be. First tip: always look for 100% whole grain as the first ingredient. That's the easiest way to know it's real whole grain, not just a marketing trick. Second tip: check the ingredient list. Short is sweet here. Flour, water, salt, seeds, and maybe a natural fermenting starter. That's ideal. If you see chemicals, preservatives, or words you can't pronounce, put it back. Third tip: don't get fooled by fancy marketing. Words like multigrain or heart healthy don't automatically mean it's good for you. Often, it's still mostly white flour with a sprinkle of seeds to look healthy. Fourth tip: think about your personal needs. Seniors over 60 benefit most from breads that support digestion, stabilize sugar, and protect bones. Fiber, natural fermentation, sprouted grains. These are your friends. With these simple rules, you can confidently pick breads that fuel your body instead of working against it. So, there you have it. Wrong breads can quietly fuel disease, while the right breads actually fuel longevity. Remember this: what you put on your plate today decides how you age tomorrow. One small swap can make a big difference over time. If you found this helpful, like this video, share it with a friend who loves bread, and subscribe to Wise and Well Living for more science-backed tips that make healthy living simple. And I'd love to hear from you. What bread do you eat most often, and will you change it after today? Drop your answer in the comments. I read and reply to as many as I can.